All real estate investors need access to deals and access to capital. And in order to do so, you need to understand building a brand, marketing, and sales. Today's video, we're going to talk about building a brand, probably the most important skill set to at least start with. And no real estate investors take this seriously, right? They think brand building is for larger companies, and all they want to do is do deals and do deals and do deals. And that's fine. But if you really want to operate a real estate investment company properly, you need to build your brand. It could be Jason's Home Buyers, Ian Buys Houses, Maryland Home Buyers. Doesn't really matter. Start with a brand that logically makes the most sense and then expand that. And we're going to talk today a little bit about how you can build your brand as a real estate investor.
Yeah, and if you're already watching this video, that means most likely you've smashed that subscribe button. And if you haven't, go ahead, smash that subscribe button and join our brand, right? I'm Equity Warehouse. I'm Ian from Equity Warehouse, and this is Jason from Hard Money Bankers. Most of you know that. You've clicked on it. If you're familiar with us, you understand who we are and what we do. Immediately, if you're a new watcher to this channel or never seen one of our videos, you'd be like, okay, well, what's Jason do? Hard Money Bankers. Immediately understands what his brand is and what they do. Ian from Equity Warehouse, maybe a little more broad, but most likely you figured out, just judging by the logo and the name, we do something in the real estate space. And that's something that we've concentrated on. Building a brand is super important. And we're going to talk about exactly how that works, even from day one. You got to invest in your own brand. If you don't believe in yourself, going out and doing a real estate transaction from the very beginning, you are investing in your brand from day one.
And have a clear vision of what you want, right? What you want out of your business. Are you a fix and flipper? Are you buying rental properties? Do you buy commercial assets? It doesn't really matter. And you can do, a lot of those things, but you got to kind of niche down into something. We talked about earlier, let's say we call this brand Home Buyer Jason or Home Buyer Maryland or something like that. Again, the name, it's a clear indicator of what that company does. You have a clear vision of like what your goal is when you're sitting down at a house with a seller that wants to buy their house. That you want to buy their house. They understand what you do. If you're doing a Google AdWord campaign, or if you're doing a direct marketing campaign, or if you're putting up abandoned signs, or you're meeting a real estate agent at a networking event, they clearly understand what you are and what your goal is. And I think, branding is something that a lot of people don't, they take for granted. For instance, if you look at Hard Money Bankers, like look at my hat, look at my shirt, look at our brand colors on our website. We use the same thing. We use blues, we use whites, we use things, in this particular shirt, if you can see this, it's got the Maryland flag, right? We're in the state of Maryland. So there's a lot of different things that we do to try to have awareness. So when somebody's searching online or they see us at an event offline, they resonate Hard Money Bankers to this. It's very clear. We're a hard money lending company. Hard Money Bankers. Same with Ian. He uses that green and white. He has a house in his logo, and everything he does is branding. And it's just, he puts him a notch of credibility above everybody else, knowing that, they have real life company with real life operators, and, every day they do things. They have a clear vision of what direction they're going into.
This video is most likely going to reach the masses because we like sharing exactly what we're doing every single day. But let's go back. We're going to talk to a lot of different people here, whether you're beginning in real estate, you're trying to take that next step, you want to start raising capital, maybe you want to do bigger deals. Everything is about branding. Let's think about that. From the day I started, let's go all the way back, and I'll ask Jason these same questions. When I started, I had to invest in my own brand that I was confident enough that I'm going to talk about myself in the third person, which I hate to do, but is Ian Horowitz qualified and have the grit and determination, willing to go out and do a deal? I invested my family's capital in my belief that we could do that and grow the company. Then from there, it was like, cool, we did deal number one. Now I want to do more deals. So I got to talk to all the brokers and the wholesalers, and I got to explain to everybody my story. Hey, I'm Ian. This is Dan. We're both firemen for the city of Baltimore. Hey, we're really good at buying crap houses. Do you have anything to sell us? And then we built credibility and trust that advanced our brand forward. From there, we had to get financing from banks. Again, the same story, telling people what you're doing. You got to wear what you believe on your, what do they say? Wear your heart on your sleeve, right? Or whatever the saying is. We always told people what we did, how we did it, willing to show them and continue to build our brand. When we took the bridge from residential to commercial space, well, we made it this big thing. It wasn't. Again, it was just applying our brand to what we did. Our past transactions built our brand that allowed us to have credibility to go buy the next deal. And then finally, the big piece of the puzzle that everybody talks about is raising capital. We're not professional capital raisers. We tell people what we do. They trust the brand that they built. Most people know when they go online and find a video of myself, anybody that's associated with our company, even Jason, he's one of our investors in our properties and our deals. People know that Jason is an investor in one of our deals. Therefore, he's a part of our brand, right? He's one of our sneezers. He's telling people about us. We're continuing to grow our brand at scale every single day. Jason, go ahead.
Well, and also I think that leads to consistency and doing the same things kind of over and over and over, and, trying to get away from the entrepreneurial ADD that a lot of people have, or the deal junkiness that a lot of people have. And, it's not that sexy to be consistent. It's not that sexy to stay in your lane. It's not that sexy to really niche down of really what you want. But that's how you build a business, and that's how you build a brand. And, you stay away from toxic things. Think about this. You're at a meetup group or a RIA group or a real estate investment club, and you ask somebody what they do. Oh, well, I buy properties. I buy rental properties. I sell real estate. I appraise real estate. I do consulting. It's like, what the heck do you do? Like, that's everything. A newbie or a beginner might be like, oh, this guy's really doing it. Like, he's doing everything. He's got his hands involved. But really successful people know that, this guy doesn't have anything going on. He's trying to be the jack of all trades, and he's not doing anything. So being consistent with your plan works. We were talking to an investor earlier today, and it was funny because, we were like, yep, everything we do is the same. These are our terms. This is our product. These are the types of deals that we lend on, and we do them very, very well. I've done 3,500 plus of the exact same situation and we don't really defer from that plan. He's like, well, do you ever develop or buy properties yourself? And I was like, not really. I was like, we stick to lending. That's what we do. We're the expert in that. If we want to be involved and own real estate, we'll find somebody that can do that. And that's one of the reasons when Ian said, hey, well, Jason's been a capital investor in some of those deals, which is true. Partner with the experts. So I think, that's very hard for a lot of people, but keeping consistent, which leads us down to, one of the big things with building a brand is getting better every day, right? And doing it bigger and better. And bigger doesn't necessarily means better, but better eventually turns into bigger.
100%. And we'll leave you guys with a challenge. Jason just summed it up great. Think about when you're going to an investor meetup. Thinking about when you're going to talk to a capital investor or a bank or a real estate broker. What's your elevator pitch, right? I'm sure you guys can go and search YouTube and all the other different places and come up with 1,000 things, but your brand is literally your elevator pitch. In 30 seconds, describe to people what you do. And it is changed for us over the years. I tell people that we invest in real estate and we primarily concentrate on self-storage and multifamily. Does that mean we don't do Airbnbs and commercial and other assets? No. But when I tell somebody, I want them to know exactly who we are. So challenge you to come up with your elevator pitch. Love to hear about them. Stick them in the comments. Love to hear your elevator pitch and learn more about our audience and what you guys do. And we appreciate you.
If you enjoyed this video, we would appreciate it dearly if you smash that like button, and even better, smash that subscribe button so you get notified immediately when new videos come out. Until next time, thanks for watching.